my name is Brianna and this video is a 1 week postpartum update. So it has been 7 days since I've given birth to my second baby, a baby girl named Presley Jane, and I wanted to do a video just to talk a little bit about 1 week postpartum, especially for new mommies out there. I've had so many people comment on my pregnancy update videos or our birth vlog that you are a new mommy. Or I should say you are becoming a new mommy in the next few weeks or months, and that's why you are watching the pregnancy updates and watching the birth vlog to kind of get an idea of what birth can be like, because it truly is such a different and unique experience every single labor and delivery. So did just want to kind of share, here's what you can be expecting 1 week postpartum for yourself. And I'm definitely going to be doing a meet my baby video where you get to meet Presley Jane and hear about what's going on with her as a newborn after 1 week. But here's what you can expect 1 week postpartum as a mama, and I'm gonna go through every single day since delivery what that was like. But first I'm gonna share with you just some of the products that are essential that you need to make sure you grab when you're at the hospital and bring home with you, or if you're having a home birth, make sure that you have these items for yourself postpartum. So the first item, it's likely a no-brainer if you are considering the amount of postpartum bleeding that is going to occur, but make sure you're stocked up on these really big super absorbent maxi pads. The hospital has even bigger ones, like they're literally bigger than your face. But I like the Stay Free ones. They're more of a cotton texture than like the plastic coating that can be on like the Always or I think the Tampax brand. So I like that these are more cotton material. But another item you want to make sure you grab from the hospital is one of these cleansing bottles. It helps so much, especially if you fill it up with warm water. Those first few days, especially when you are just super swollen down there, this just helps you feel so much better, because you don't want to actually wipe. You kind of want to clean with the water and just slightly dab, if that makes sense. I think a lot of mamas end up using the same prenatal vitamins that you are taking throughout pregnancy, but Forte Elements reached out to me and sent me these really awesome postnatal vitamins. So they are specifically designed so that mommy has what she needs when you are recovering, because your body's going through a lot of different things postpartum than you were during your pregnancy. And I love that these are AM and PM. And I'll just kind of show you in case you're interested in trying these for yourself postpartum. They do come in these individual packs. So like I can see this is the PM one. So I take one of these packs every single night. And this is the AM one, so I take one of these every single morning. I didn't take these with my son, but I'm so happy that I'm taking them with Presley now. And I feel my milk supply is stronger and I'm healing up much faster this postpartum than I did with Landon. So I'm really happy I'm using postnatal vitamins instead of just taking the same prenatals. Another item that you're gonna wanna nab from the hospital is the blue Dermoplast. This especially if you have any sort of tearing, stitches, or if you happen to get an episiotomy, this Dermoplast really helps relieve any of that soreness, swollenness down there. And final item I nabbed from the hospital, I think the name brand is Tux. They're just witch hazel pads, so they're like circular pads soaked in witch hazel astringent. And these are really helpful. Again, you are swollen down there, you're really sore, you're really tender, and using these every time you go to the bathroom are just really helpful. And I didn't bring a pair of these to show you, but in my what I packed in my hospital bag video, I showed them there. I just got plain black panties from Target, so that way you don't see gross stains as easily through the black fabric, but just some throwaway underwear that after this postpartum period, I will get rid of them, toss them out, and not care because they were only a few bucks. But that is definitely needed for your postpartum recovery period. Okay, so I'm gonna now kind of go through every single day, sort of what the experience has been like this first week as a mama postpartum. That first day of birth, I was just deliriously happy. If you follow me on Instagram or Snapchat, I think I even posted that. Like, there is just so many hormones, endorphins running through your body post-labor. You're delirious, and it kind of makes the pain, you don't feel the pain as strongly that first day right after labor. However, that second day, I had her at 7:47 at night. So when I woke up the next morning, and mind you, I was waking up multiple times to nurse her during the night. When I woke up that next morning, it just felt like I got hit by a truck everywhere. My back was hurting, my lady parts were hurting, everything. My stomach was cramping. Every time I would nurse her, I was having contractions. Every time she would cry, I was having contractions. My boobs were swollen and they were really tender because it had only been 12 hours since I had started nursing her. So I just felt completely beat up, swollen, miserable that second day. And that was also the day when then we had a ton of visitors, which sort of helps because it distracts you for the pain momentarily, but then it exhausts you once everybody leaves because you're just like, oh my gosh, now I've been hit by a bus and just spent an hour using all of my energy to talk to people. But I'm so appreciative of my visitors. Like, not saying I wouldn't want the visitors to come because it's so nice having people and that support, but your body does just take a toll and feels really drained after those days. The third day was our hardest night with Presley. She was just up pretty much every hour wanting to cluster feed, which I think helped because then that evening is when my milk actually did come in, so it was all for a purpose. But it was just a really, really hard night, and that was the day we were coming home from the hospital. So again, felt pretty banged up and still was bleeding really heavily and just really, really tired from not getting any consistent sleep. The fourth day, Presley actually cuddled with Daddy. She's such a daddy's girl. He's so obsessed with her. It's the cutest thing. But she slept on him for a really long time, like into the later morning. So I was able just to get a lot done around the house and spend some one-on-one time with Landon. And Landon's really cute. He's really, really cautious with her. It's really, really adorable. We had some visitors come to the house that day, some of my best friends. So that was really nice to have a visit with them. And my boss sent us dinner that night too, and that was just so helpful. I think finally being home, I felt like I could rest so much better than I could in the hospital, where truly every hour it's like nurses are coming in to check you, nurses are coming in to check the baby, visitors are coming in. It just feels like so much more in and out the door of people in the hospital that you can't really get a break. And at home I feel like I could really sit and rest and just kind of take my time, take it easy. And getting sent dinner totally helps. Day 5 just so happened to be our 3rd wedding anniversary, so it was just another kind of take it easy day. We said let's just play it by ear, go off of the kiddos, and when we have some time, if they're both kind of napping, we'll make time for us to celebrate our anniversary. So we were just looking through some old photo albums throughout the day from our wedding anniversary and the wedding scrapbook that I made. And we went through our box with all of our old cards from either different anniversaries or on the day that we got married, the cards and notes we sort of wrote to one another. So it's really cool. And Adam it was our leather anniversary, and he got this beautiful canvas of a leather imprint of a wedding picture and then the vows he said to me on our wedding day. So really, really special and amazing. He's gotten more romantic with age. I've got to give him a lot of credit for that. I also had half a glass of red wine. That was my first drink since having the baby on our anniversary. So I had half a glass of red wine, and I miss my red wine. But obviously want to be very cautious just because I am nursing. Day 6, this is when I finally feel like breastfeeding stopped feeling as painful, and I was finally feeling up to actually go for a walk. So we went on a little family walk. So I would say by day 6 is the first day I woke up feeling better than I had since having the baby, if that makes sense. I think every day up until that point, I was still just feeling pretty banged up, still had some pretty significant amount of bleeding, was not getting good sleep. And I'm still not getting great sleep, but I, again, just woke up feeling like my best self since the day that I had Presley. And it was actually the first day I didn't take the Motrin pain medication either. I didn't take any heavy duty pain meds this time around. I did with Landon. I tore so badly, they gave me them without question. And this time they asked me, I said I just wanted to stick with regular ibuprofen or Motrin. And this day 6 was the first day I actually didn't take the pain medication. I was kind of like, okay, I'm feeling good. I'm gonna wean off of it today. And day 7, I will show you what a week postpartum belly looks like for those of you who are curious, kind of where your stomach goes after 1 week. And it is by no means like this amazing, great stomach again, but I actually do think it's pretty incredible when you look at what I looked like nearly 42 weeks pregnant, since we were nearly 2 weeks late, and then what after 1 week, how much your uterus contracts and shrinks back down. Okay, so new mamas out there, make sure your expectations are really, really low for how your stomach's going to look after 1 week postpartum, because it still definitely looks like I'm probably at least 20 to 25 weeks pregnant at this point. So don't worry, it will go back down, but this is the belly from the front, and then this is the belly from the side. So you still definitely have a baby pooch. Your uterus is still contracting, and that's why you can feel those really hard contractions when you're nursing, or when the baby is crying actually sets off those contractions. So it hurts, but it's a good thing because it means your stomach's going back down, but you still definitely look pregnant after just 1 week postpartum. And your second pregnancy, all the nurses and doctors told me the contracting is much more painful than it was with your first pregnancy. So whether you're first or second time mom, if you're gonna be a second time mom, be aware it really was a lot more painful this time around. My stomach shrinking back down while nursing, or when Presley cries, it sets off those contractions. And I feel like look at least like 20 weeks pregnant, if not a little bit more at this point. No six-pack abs for a while. Also, compared to my pre-pregnancy weight, I was 122 pounds before I got pregnant, and I got up to 25 pounds gained. And when I weighed myself this morning, I was at it was like 136 to 137, it was kind of fluctuating. So if I say 137, that means I still have 15 pounds to lose. So between having Presley, she was 7 pounds 5 ounces, and the other fluids you lose postpartum, that is leaving me with 15 pounds if I wanted to get back down to exactly where I was at before this pregnancy, which it would be nice to get back down to there, or at least somewhere pretty close to there. So it would be nice to, you know, over the next couple of months, aim to lose those 10 to 15 pounds and get back down to that pre-pregnancy weight. But I just know with nursing, you can't really do any crazy sort of dieting, and just need to wait the 6 weeks, so 5 more weeks now, to really kind of kick up any sort of exercising, because you don't want to cause a post-birth hemorrhage or anything like that by overexerting yourself. So really at this point can just kind of do some light exercising, like walking or those sort of things. I don't want to get on the exercise bike anytime soon, just because of everything going on down there. Even though that was my like prime choice of exercise while I was pregnant. I loved riding the exercise bike because I would watch it in the evenings when my husband and I would watch TV or movies together. So it was kind of a nice way to feel less lethargic, and I was doing something multitasking with that time. But I'm not sitting on a bike anytime soon. It's gonna be walking. We got the nice double stroller. I'll be pushing the kiddos. So that's all I have for this 1 week postpartum update. If there are any questions you have that I did not address in this video, or any advice or things that you felt really helped you in that postpartum period, please leave that in the comments below. I know there's so many mommies out there, and one of the things I love most about this YouTube community we have is just the support and the help and the advice and the positivity that we have going on in the comments. So let's please keep that rolling, and let me know if there are any other videos you would like to see. I'm more than happy, as I'm in this postpartum phase, to sort of figure out what kind of videos would be really helpful to other mamas out there. So let me know in the comments. If you're new and like what you see, please subscribe. I would love to have you be a part of my channel, and make sure you're following me on Instagram and Snapchat so you can see bits of me and my family every day, especially since we're going to be home for my maternity leave for the next 11 weeks, which I can't believe now we're only down to 11 weeks. Ah! Not long enough, but I don't know if any amount of time would be long enough with these kiddos. They grow up way too fast. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.
I know I haven't been perfect, but give it some time. There's not a single day goes by where you don't cross my mind. And we spend